I'm a father of 3 children, 10 grandchildren. One is married, one is um, engaged to be married, and I'm blessed. Um, we've been through tragedies in our family, and I'm sure that one of the videos will share some of at least one of those tragedies. But I want to share with you some of the miracles of God, some of the answered prayers. I can remember way back in the late 80s, Dawn and I, my wife and I, were youth pastors in Baltimore at the Lansdowne Worship Center. My son, Ryan, was probably about 2 years old, and I was at the church office, and Dawn had called me and said, Nathan, I need you to get home. We got to take Ryan to the emergency room. He's been vomiting. He has now vomited 13 times. I called the hospital. They said, get him to the emergency room now. He's probably dehydrated. So I drove my little car from the church to Glen Burnie, the little place that we live in, a little townhouse, the end house. Pulled up at the driveway or the little parking space, went into the house, and there I found Ryan laying limp, lifeless on the couch. Had no life in him at all. Well, that was noticeable. And so I knelt down beside that couch. I laid my hands on Ryan. He was burning up, and I said, Father, in the name of Jesus, I'm praying for healing for my son. Don't take my son away from me. Bring life back into him. We were young parents. We were young in ministry. And so Dawn got a melody. And I don't even know if Sarah was even born yet at that time. But so, yeah, I don't believe so. She would have been pregnant with our youngest. And she said, okay, I'm ready. I've got everything together. I picked up Ryan, took him to the car, put him in the car seat, strapped him in, drove to the Inner Harbor Hospital there in Baltimore. Got him into the emergency room, ran and carried him, let him know what was happening. They said, okay, we'll call you in just a moment. You know, in my feeling, it was an emergency. They should have just taken us back right then. So I sat there holding, and Ryan began to stir in my lap. He sat up. I said, Ryan, how you feeling? Oh, okay, very weak. And it didn't take long, and then Ryan gets up. He wants to get up. He begins to walk around. And he says, Daddy, I'm thirsty. So I took him over to the water fountain. And he drank, and he drank, and he drank. Finally, you know how emergency rooms are, and I guess maybe they try to be a little faster nowadays, and they even advertise on billboards, 10-minute wait or whatever. But finally, they called us back to the back, and we went back, and they checked Ryan out, and they said, well, he's fine. We do see evidence where he was dehydrated, but he's fine now. God healed our son. It's not a phenomenal miracle, but yes, it is. It was the life of our son. And that was the beginning of our life with the miracles that God would provide in our home. And I thank God for that first experience.